Hey everyone, it's Diana,
And this Chan.
and we are the owners of Pacifica Grocery Outlet.
And I don't have to interview you because you already did that, so that's perfect. My name is Robby from the Pacifica Resource Center. Hope you guys are all enjoying Palmpalooza right now. This is the first time ever we've tried a virtual event, so we appreciate you sticking with us. I don't know if we've had technical difficulties or if it's just been smooth sailing. I'm assuming it's smooth sailing because I'm in charge of it, but it could also be messed up because I'm in charge of it. But thank you so much for all your support. It was really important to do some sort of event this year, and it was even more important to me and the staff and the board to get Diana and Chan online somehow in order to thank them first and foremost for being the present sponsor. You guys are basically like, this is our baby. So thank you so much for helping us raise this event, so to speak, together. And then really just give you guys the floor to kind of tell us a little bit about yourselves, a little bit about PRC, and a little bit about Grocery Outlets partnership, because I don't think a lot of people understand that we work together all year round. So this is a good opportunity for us to do that, that we actually wouldn't even have had this opportunity to do in a live event with everyone going crazy. So the masks are off, the video tapes are on, or I guess the cameras are on now. And yeah, we're just gonna roll through some questions, and then feel free to you guys to answer or to expand on any of your answers. And then we'll be in the comments section when this is streaming, also participating in answering. So if you guys have any questions for Diana and Chan, go ahead and comment below. Otherwise, enjoy, and we hope you guys are having a good time. And this, I guess we'll just kick it off. You guys ready to rock and roll?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, sweet. So yeah, just the people are curious. How did you guys become such key supporters of PRC, and what really inspired you to sponsor Palmpalooza? It's kind of a two-part question. So like, yeah, how did we start working together?
Start with that. So when we took over the stores from the previous owners, you guys are already doing your pickups weekly. So that was just on our schedule, to be honest. Someone's gonna come every Tuesday, and we're just gonna have it ready. That's all I know in the beginning. Then the more and more I learn about what PRC does for the community and what it means to support you guys, then I figured I think I should look into it more, and that's when I met Robby, which really gave me more opportunity to be involved in PRC.
Nice. So the program you're talking about was the grocery rescue. So walk us through a little bit of like what PRC was picking up, like, from your shelves to our shelves and to our clients, houses. Kind of walk us through. So you guys have your product, obviously you're a grocery store, and then how does it end up in PRC's hands?
I can touch on this. So obviously with Grocery Outlets model, we do get a lot of merchandise, and we get good deals on this stuff. So sometimes they are short dated, and lots of times, instead of us, throwing product away, which is probably
that's a no-no.
No, and it's an eye opener for us as business owners to see how much things got thrown away. So of course we want it to go to someone. So, every Tuesday we would have things ready for you guys to come and pick up. Typically, non-perishable things, let's say cereals or crackers, canned goods and things.
Yeah,
like
you basically give us everything that I would have inside of my pantry, and that's why we love the partnership so well, because it's not just like, oh, you can't afford to eat, take this. It's like actually some stuff that I like have. I didn't even grow up eating, and I'm like, oh, that looks good. Like, I hope someone gets that. So yeah, you guys have a lot of good stuff.
Right, and to be able to give that to people that really need it rather than it going into the dumpster. I mean, it's a no-brainer for us.
Yeah. I'm glad you feel that way. I think the original program was started by Second Harvest, and then our staff signed up even more grocery spots. So I think you're one of the additional grocery spots, and so we want to thank you guys for continuing that. And yeah, like seeing the people's faces, they never know what's going to happen, what they're going to get, but you guys always come through, and so we really appreciate that. And yeah, it's way better than going in the trash. So for those of you at home, that's how the grocery rescue works with the grocery outlet. Now fast forward a little bit, we met, and then Palmpalooza kind of came into fruition, so to speak. What inspired you to sponsor Palmpalooza? You guys do so much for us, but why was it important to be part of this annual event of PRC's?
So for me, I think my experience of being there especially last year. It's really a place where everyone that has the same goal, and the goal is to help each other, to be around those people, to just see how much everyone, it really inspired me that you do need someone to support you. Why do you keep doing it? Right. And being around that kind of energy just gives me just more reason to keep doing what I'm doing. So
Nice.
here we are.
I feel the same way. And I just remember Chan getting Chan was so excited he almost won the Vegas trip last year. But my mom actually won it, so I was like, I was happy for her, but sad for you. But I remember you being very excited.
And of course, now with the pandemic,
we're not able. Harder.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder, and we had a great time. And the energy during that time when, I was looking around the room and seeing how generous people were. It's like, why wouldn't we want to try to do something close to that?
Definitely. No, I appreciate that.
Decision for us to be part of that, and this is
hopefully continue to be a part
of it. Yeah,
you're
you're still the sponsor now, and now you're VIP. You're actually part of the virtual stream, so that's a big deal. I hope you guys feel special. Okay, sweet. Yeah, can we maybe go back to a little bit about how you guys ended up coming to Pacifica and getting the store? Anything you could share about your family that's involved? I know you have Juliana, your future boss is involved a little bit. But yeah, tell us a little bit about your background and how you became the owners, and what's it like owning Grocery Outlet in Pacifica?
So it started with, I had a colleague that I used to work with that's part of Grocery Outlet. And he was telling me about this business model that allows, people to own a grocery outlet. So I delved into it a lot more because I have a retail background. And but prior to us getting Grocery Outlet, I was in the home care business for 3 years. So I was
Did you say 33 or 3?
3 years.
I was about to say, you're like my age. What are you doing? I started working when I was 12.
So for 3 years, I had a home care business, and it's a tough business, and
in San Francisco.
Yes.
Which makes it even more tough, probably rents and expenses and who knows what.
It's very expensive to have that business. And then, so like I said, when I heard about Grocery Outlet through a former colleague, I thought, wow, this is a great opportunity to continue to have a small business. And but as he told me more about Grocery Outlet, about the model, and it really allows individuals and couples to own a grocery outlet and be part of the community.
Nice.
And it was so far it's been an amazing experience.
How long has it been? About 4 or 5 years? Or no, we're going to 6?
4 years next month.
Okay, because I think when I started at PRC, I might have just met you.
Yeah.
It's like these are the new owners, or it was the old owners saying like, oh, we have new owners, or like something like in passing. So yeah, I started at PRC in September 2016. So this is coming up on my 4-year anniversary. So it's interesting that you guys kind of opened around the same time that I started. Is that how math works?
There you go. I was in my previous life was a nurse. But then Grocery Outlet really encourages couples to go in because they really want you to reach out to the community.
Mm-hmm.
So husband and wife helping each other kind of works out.
That's right? Kind of the wholesome package. It's not just like a franchise. You're actually getting like a family-run business and through. That's awesome.
And so I quit my job. And here I am. It's I have to say, in the beginning, I really couldn't find myself in it. I don't have. I've always in the business of taking care of other people, of my patients. Right?
Yeah. Now it's a little different, but
I've always been able to have a fulfilling job as a nurse.
Yeah.
And then at the grocery store, it was slightly different, especially going through the day-to-day. You don't feel that as much, but then, I've seen there's so many opportunities to really be touching other people's lives.
Yeah.
In many ways, I somehow feel that because families go in, they, plan their dinner, they come to the store, they bring it home.
Yeah.
And care and, work that we put in it. I feel like I'm still a part of their life.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Just a different form, but you're still definitely serving.
I'm still able to help families in not the same level I was doing it before, but in a different way, bringing good products, healthy products, or just something that could help them stretch the dollar and maybe go on vacations.
And then afford their medical bills when they do need a nurse.
Well, living here in the Bay Area, everyone knows how expensive it is, and
Yeah.
the fact that we can provide these great products for good price.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been blessed to have a really good community here in Pacifica. Our customers are great. We've been blessed with just people that want to be part of this business of ours. We feel like it's a big family.
That's awesome. I'm born and raised in Pacifica, so it is a very small town. And a lot of the time it's like, if you've lived here for less than 30 years, you're like an outsider. But I feel like, a majority, if not all of the folks, we're really excited to have you there. I know I'm there, at least once a week or every time I'm over on that side of town. But yeah, I think just in general, you guys fit right in, and it's awesome to hear that. Was there any like first impressions of Pacifica or the Pacifica Resource Center that you can share, on the funnier side, or like maybe that you weren't sure of, that now realizing how small of a town it is and how much it does feel like a family or community is. But yeah, like any first impressions on the agency or Pacifica at a whole?
I think my first impression is when I met you, you invited me to come, and I think you had just finished remodeling the pantry.
Oh yeah, I think we just expanded. So our front was our back now. And
it happened to be a Tuesday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I see just the line of people waiting for the pantry to open up. And that just tells me exactly what difference we can make with the little bit that we're able to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that just basically said, you know what, I can do more. Just the faces of gratefulness from everyone who's standing in line with their bags. Yeah. I think that makes me feel like, okay, I might not be helping patients like I did before, but I'm touching this people's life in a different way. And that's good enough for me.
Totally. Yeah. I think I remember that day. I want to say that I like planned it that way, but I might not have, but
I think it was meant for me to see it. And that inspired me to be more involved and to really put aside time to, do something together all year long.
Yeah, totally.
Once a year when there's an event, but really throughout the year as much as we're able.
Yeah, so like every Tuesday we come back with Grocery Outlet, the stuff that was going to go off of the shelves, and then that gets distributed. Not anymore because of the pandemic, but that's actually getting delivered to houses or distributed on our Wednesday. We have like a combination of grocery delivery and drive-through now. But yeah, every Tuesday, folks were able to line up and get the food from Grocery Outlet and all the other grocery stores all around. And that's one of those days where like, if I'm digging in for the extra mile and yeah, I look out the window and I see folks even that I went to high school with, or maybe their parents are in line, trying to put food on the table. That's very inspiring for me too. And again, in my past life, I've had times where I've helped people differently, like you said. But yeah, that's probably one of the most inspiring days is when you're one-on-one and giving the services. And I'm not client facing, so I'm more fundraising communications, but all of our work together goes into those days and every other day. So, and then, yeah, what about Pacifica? Did you realize that, did they tell you that like, at that time, probably 3 or 4 out of every 10 households were like eligible for something? Like, did you guys know the demographic you're coming in, or it's just, we want a grocery outlet, Pacifica looks good, it's got the beach?
Well, it's really like, okay, well, at least we don't have to move that far. That was all that we're grateful for.
Nice.
And then the more and more we learn more of our customers and meeting everyone, our coworkers, we're very blessed to be here.
I didn't realize how close-knit of a community it is, considering that we're still in the Bay Area. But Pacifica really feels like a small town. Everyone knows everyone, and everyone's trying to help each other out. And I think that's been probably one of the most things that I've really noticed about.
It's big. It feels, well, obviously it's not as big as the city, and you probably don't go in next door, so you think everyone's getting along right now. But for the most part,
but
overall.
No, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, if someone needed some sugar, you could probably go next door and grab sugar, where like you might not be able to do that in these major cities. But yeah, for the most part, everyone does get along. Yeah, unless you're online.
There's good days and bad days, and it's okay to right to some level.
Yeah, but I would say 90% is there like we're just all trying to be good neighbors, and we're all trying to help. So yeah, you guys definitely fit right in. So I appreciate that. Okay, we're about halfway through here. I was just curious. maybe more on back to PRC and being involved. Was there something else that like interested you? Obviously, you do like grocery programs. There's fundraisers. There's any special memories you want to share. What else do we do together? I guess so the people at home can hear about it.
In the past, we did a wine event fundraiser.
The wine fundraiser, yeah, that was good.
Fun.
Was that before or after? Do we do July? When do we usually do those? Because I know we had to cancel it.
It was in
It
the
was
fall,
the
spring
fall
and the
one.
fall.
Okay,
Fall one.
but yeah, that was
That
good.
was-
That's your favorite, huh, Chan?
That's Chan's favorite.
Yes.
And then the one that Diana always gets me to come make a fool out of myself. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that one?
Independence from Hunger, we just had one, a very successful one back in July. This is when you give 5 and you get 5. You give $5 to a chosen organization, and of course, it's PRC for us this year, just like last year and the year before that. So there's a little bit of a pattern over there, right? And then you get your $5 coupon that you can use for your next visit, which is totally a win-win, right?
Yeah, I was surprised that you guys even did it that way. So
Yeah.
kudos.
It's really letting everyone have an opportunity to make a difference, and at the same time, just able to get that $5 coupon on their next shopping day.
And I think you're being kind of modest. You said it was a success, but do you want to tell the audience how much money you actually raised? And I actually, because of COVID-19, I wasn't able to come into the store.
Right.
So pat yourself on the back a little bit and share with the folks at home how much you guys were able to raise.
So we set a $10,000 goal, and this year, because of the pandemic, Grocery Outlet corporate office decided to match up to 1 million of whatever is going to be raised all throughout Grocery Outlet. So how much more did we give?
I think you got like 10,052 or so, or 10,002 because Chan had to put the laugh.
4,500.
And I think another 4,500.
Okay, so we're talking about close to $15,000 raised in 30 days.
Correct.
During a pandemic, and your staff actually was doing most of the heavy lifting because they're at the front, and they're with their masks and behind shields, and they are still able to raise $15,000.
Right.
It's
awesome.
Really a lot of the work that the cashiers have put in. It's not easy to ask, especially this time. I've had many that says, well, I don't know if I should ask. Everyone kind of lost their job or not working, and I said, it doesn't hurt to ask. We should at least try. And I think really, if we know that there's more people who's not working, I think that should be our guide to say we need to try harder.
Well, and then to that point, it's one, you don't want to take the opportunity away from them. You can't assume that they aren't able to give, and then it's another touch there where you can say, like, oh, I know you can't. You tell me you can't donate, and if you need help, now they know about PRC. So that was a good answer. Both of us tag team, but that's great that you're able to do that. And did you want to shout out any special? Did anyone win anything, or do you have a top fundraiser this time, or?
Actually, Diana, who is our winner last year, again.
Nice, Diana, if you're watching at home.
I mean, she's amazing. She really just she doesn't give up.
It's funny because you can't even hear her. She just like smiles, and then people just like
no one can say no to her.
Yeah, she's like everyone's perfect vision of your grandma is Diana. It's like if Mrs. Claus asked you what you wanted for Christmas, you would sit on her lap.
Good intentions, and she gets shut down. She gets turned down a lot, but she's fine. She says she will come to the office and tell me, Diana, today's not a good day, but I will try harder tomorrow.
Yeah, and she's like, I only did 25 today. It's just like
no, she's an inspiration to many of us.
That's cool. Do you remember about how much individually she was able to raise, or do you know?
Oh my gosh, about I don't know, at least 30% of it.
That's awesome. So yeah, thank you, Diana. And she also makes amazing toffee. So
maybe, she totally does.
But we also
it's addicting.
Do a shout out to all our customers too, because
that's a good point.
That's who.
Can you name them all?
That's okay.
So we appreciate that.
Thank you, everyone.
Pacifica is generous, and I guess the touching part is that yes, we are in a pandemic, but people still were able to reach out. Mm-hmm. I had one customer she was buying, obviously her groceries for the week. She said, you know what? Let me do $50 worth. And I was just like, wow,
Nice. And it felt
it touched
good,
me.
right?
It's like, you know what? She didn't even blink.
That's
She knew
awesome.
that it was going for a good cause. So when she said $50, I was like, oh, wow, thank you very much.
Yeah, and then it's like a mutual benefit. Like she felt good, you felt good,
Exactly.
and then we feel good because then we get that and we can disperse it and meet
Right.
the emergency, meet the need with COVID. So yeah, maybe you can expand a little bit on like how are you able to, like, why are you guys so generous? Why are you guys so nice? Why do you answer my phone call? Why are we on this Zoom? Like, what is it about you guys that makes you so generous and willing to be a part of this?
I think being in Pacifica makes us feel that we're very blessed. And what better way to share that blessing? But if there's an opportunity in front of us to help, we will always take it. I think that's just us giving back to the community that accepted us and just welcome us even on day one. I can't complain. Yeah, there is bad days. Some people are not always happy, but
Yeah.
it inspires me to do better. It just keeps us going. It really, really does. And even though I lost, maybe my patients, I don't help them anymore. This way of me helping in a different way, we're able to touch people's lives. I'm all for it.
And then I think you shared with me. So I was trying to bring up Juliana earlier, but what's it like being parents during the pandemic and running a small business? Like, does she understand what's going on with the pandemic, or like what's going on with PRC? Like, are you inspiring her at all? Like, is she taking over the family biz, and I can keep fundraising with her after you retire? Or?
Well, obviously, we're trying to teach her, how to be a good person. Like we said, we've been blessed to have this business, and I do want to reiterate that we've been very fortunate that we have an essential business during this time. When I think about all these other people who have either lost their job or have a business that can't open, it's really sad. It's really sad. So that there is extra motivation to give more. Yeah, it's a no-brainer, like I said, to do that. And hopefully, like you were saying, we've instilled some things in our daughter, and
since it's a husband and wife, we talk about what's going on in the store and how much, how excited I am with how much we've raised today. So she hears it. We talk about independence from hunger at home, just like everything in the store, right? That we discuss since we're home more now, distance learning. I make phone calls, Chance at work, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And then, so I think she hears all these things that we do. And so when she was doing this newspaper with her cousins.
Out of the blue.
Oh yeah, let's get a little zoom in on that.
That's a little lemonade stand. And it says here, you see, helping your community can be easy or hard. I love trying to help the community. My parents own the grocery outlet. They help the community all the time. So if I don't get
all the time.
So she wants to do a lemonade stand, a beach cleanup, raise money, and donate clothes.
That's awesome.
And those things I didn't tell her that she should do. She just
So you're not forcing her to care. It's just osmosis.
Right? But if I don't get anything else out of this, I think I've taught my daughter something good.
That's awesome.
That's good enough for me.
What will she do the lemonade stand in front of Breakers when we reopen? I'll supply the lemonade.
Oh, she would love that. Don't tell her.
You can put some coupons out or something if you want. Yeah, I'll do the fresh squeezed lemonade from Breakers, and we can donate to PRC. That's awesome. Okay, sweet. I just had a couple more questions. I mean, our board would love to know, how do we find more business owners like you or organizations like, again, not everyone knows about us in Pacifica. We're a staff of 12 now and a board of about 13 or 14. But yeah, what would be your advice on finding other local businesses like yourself who want to get involved in PRC and Palmpalooza?
One way is that we are part of the Chamber of Commerce as a business membership. And, the Chamber is good at connecting people. So I think that's a good way to connect with Chamber of Commerce
and other
and see
businesses.
if they have way to connect you guys.
I feel like we miss opportunities with them sometimes, but they always do seem to like share our stuff on Facebook. And I mean, they're going through some changes right now too, and they're trying to figure out how to help businesses through the pandemic. But yeah, I feel we should definitely.
They do highlight.
If the chamber is watching, comment right now. Go ahead. What was your question?
They do highlight new businesses just to get them off their feet, put them on their website and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an opportunity to connect with some of these new businesses.
The awareness needs to be there. I think if I did try to get more information, maybe I won't be as involved, but I think the more and more that people know about what PRC means to this community, it's really not just the grocery. It's more than that.
Right.
It's housing. It's
financial.
It's medical, taxes, like little things.
We do it all.
You do it all.
And if we can't help, then we can find someone who can help. But
exactly. So
we didn't know that at the beginning,
right?
We
thought
we thought it was just a food pantry.
So besides me, how did you guys find out about all the stuff we do? Like, do you know anyone who's like benefited from these services, or friends of friends, or
actually currently have a couple of coworkers that have benefited from PRC in the past. So
nice.
That's a really good connection, that knowing that, hey, you guys helped one of our employees and now they're able to pay it forward and raise money for you guys. So
yeah, that's like the full circle. That's the dream. You gave me goosebumps as a fundraiser, because we don't want it to just be one way. So the fact that we can help folks get back on their feet, they can show up and be ready for work on your turf, and then help raise the money back. And I think that's the most rewarding part about all of the work that we all do together, is that it's not like necessarily I didn't take anything, so I don't need to give it back. It's more of just like giving, and then it just comes back tenfold by building that cycle of giving, or just like cycle of care, I guess. We'll trademark that. Good karma, exactly. Okay, I just had maybe a couple more questions to finalize out. Thank you guys for putting up with me. Is there, besides the Give 5 Get 5, the grocery rescue, you also obviously are a sponsor of PRC. Is there anything else that we do together that people should know about, or is there anything you guys hope to accomplish, or like what in a perfect world, what would you guys like to see us do together, and what are we really trying to do here for the community?
I don't know if there's any other
the wine events, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, there's
well, because of the pandemic, it's a little hard, but obviously we can get creative. We can get creative, make just like this Palmapalooza this year. We'll make it work. It's really about inspiring others, that we're able to keep this going.
I agree. I know I kind of switched the question on you a little bit because we talked about this a little bit before, but yeah, just if there's anything else that we can do for you folks or your staff, or even customers that are coming in, like just you guys being able to be the stewards, outside of of the mission is like a dream come true for us. So we want to thank you guys again on behalf of everyone in the office and at home. I guess the floor is yours. Any specials, any cool stuff in the Nosh section, or talk about a little bit about what you guys are doing at Grocery Outlet and what people can expect, for the next 3 months.
Well, first, we want to say thank you to all of our customers who continues to support Grocery Outlets. You are supporting not just me and Shan, you're supporting our coworkers who comes every day, especially during the pandemic. They do sometimes feel unsafe, right? So my job and Shan's job is to continue to make them feel safe while at work. And that goes for our customers as well. We are gonna continue to make sure that when you shop at our store, we are cleaning every hour. We are doing our best to wipe down all our baskets and carts to make sure that we are protecting you as well as our staff. So thank you so much for all your support. You guys inspires us to do better every day.
And now that everyone knows that you were a nurse, I think they feel even more comfortable coming to shop there, because it's like, do you wear the little booties at work on your shoes too?
Maybe I should put my stethoscope around mine just to make sure.
Are there any other things you want to highlight? Any specials or anything that's coming up?
Holidays is coming. I know it's really tough this year. It's going to be very different, but we're going to try to offer all the things that we hope that you'll be thinking about during this season. We'll be ready. We'll continue to try our best every day. But lots of stuff happening for Halloween, the fall, and Christmas and New Year. So,
I can't how can you guys believe that it's already Halloween? It's gonna be
believe it, yeah.
Do you already have Christmas stuff coming in, or when does that stuff hit? A little bit later?
Next month. We don't put it out too early.
But you have it already? Is it, or I guess from last year, no?
But fall, it's here.
Okay, that's awesome. Anything else you guys want to say? This is Palmpalooza 2020.
Thank you for taking the time to,
thank you.
Interview us. This is actually it's we never really talk about what we do, but because you have questions now, we have to really think about it, right?
Yeah, and I like to talk, you know that, so I can get it out of you. Okay, so keep on watching, keep on supporting. Go visit Grocery Outlet. You guys are open 7 days a week, 8 to 8, or how's that? 11 to 8?
Every day.
8 a.m.
Until future notice.
Okay, cool. And then Grocery Outlet. Just Google it. Call them. Stop by Pedro Point. There's tons of parking now because the beaches are closed, so it's all good. No, just kidding. You guys do a good job about. I don't know. I didn't mean to bring that up, but you guys are doing a great job trying to mitigate that.
It's tough, but just rest assured, we are trying our best. We're trying to make everyone happy and be respectful, but we are here for you guys.
Yeah, if you need me to come work extra security or anything, I'll volunteer.
You are hired.
Okay, sweet. I could use the extra income. But thank you everyone. And then without much to do, I have to ask you to do it. Your patented sign off. Are we gonna do it together, or are you doing it?
Let's do it together. Let's do it.
Are we gonna go on 3, or are we gonna go after 3 like a 4?
After 3.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We'll see you at the store. Bye. Okay, now I'm gonna stop recording. Do I have to keep waving? Is that the? Okay, sweet.
Until the video shuts off.
All right, here's the video shutting down. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of this.
Bye.
I'll talk to you soon.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Peace.